A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we are celebrating 10 years. Yes, you heard it correctly. 10 years of doing YouTube and being a full-time social media person. That's what I do now. That's my thing. That's how I make my living, doing YouTube. And that in itself, isn't it? Making a living by doing social media content in itself is an incredible thing. And in 100 years' time, they'll look back and maybe they'll look at guys like me that were perhaps the first to start doing social media as a full-time thing. You'd never know it because this camera's going to keep sliding because that's just the nature of the beast. And they'll look back and they think this generation got these tools, you know, YouTube and these social media platforms and started doing it as a career, which is crazy. So if you're new to the channel, 10 years ago, I thought it would be fun to create a YouTube channel on detailing. And the reason I did it was to go in and look at kind of all of these detailing products, which seem to be expanding rapidly, and the interest in kind of the subject of detailing was growing. It was a great thing that I was really highly interested in. And I wanted to go in and look at all of these kind of exotic offerings of products, round up all of the things that people were talking about, compare them and find the best kind of products on the market. And at the time as well, bring you in on lots of the journeys of kind of things that we were doing with cars as well, and some of the project cars that I would buy, you know, usually with the intention, well, always with the intention to keep, but you change cars, don't you? So yeah, a bit of kind of real detailing, and over the years we've done kind of lots of other kind of detailing videos as well as just product comparisons on the channel. And I think we're kind of like quite a broad smorgasbord of stuff that we've tried. But the key thing I want to get across in this video is what a fantastic thing as an option to be able to go and do. And even if you're working and you've got a job, the option of just having a social media channel and having a go and filming and editing and making videos and seeing where it takes you is something that is a great option for every single person to have available to them. And it can all be done now for a lot less cost on kind of smartphones like I'm filming on today. Historically, 10 years ago, you needed to get all the camera equipment, editing equipment. It was a longer process on YouTube. It was difficult to make YouTube content, I think, and do real high quality edits and stuff like that. It still is to a various extent, but to get up and running, very simple, very affordable for people. What are the challenges of doing social media now in 2025? Well, we've seen the emergence of short form content, and that social media content is consumed mainly nowadays on phones in portrait format. The emergence of other platforms has caused problems for YouTube creators, or a segregation of the views across different platforms, so perhaps less people on YouTube, which was very dominant 10 years ago for video format. Those platforms as well are geared up, especially platforms like TikTok. They were created and become popular because they were good at getting people to become creators rather than just consumers, by allowing you to rehash the content you were viewing into your own form and put your spin on it and do viral trending and make it very easy. Make everyone that did it would have a go at making some content. Wherever the content creators are, that's going to be the dominant platform. So you quickly saw Instagram follow suit, what with its kind of rehashing, remixing, and even YouTube changing with allowing an option for you to make sure your content, short form content, is reshareable. Because historically YouTube was a content where if you put that out and published it, it's yours and people couldn't take it. So YouTube are having to sort of like match these other platforms in the sense of making it easier for content creators to be able to be content creators. And there's a lot of AI tools now with the YouTube analytics, which kind of, they're spoilers. They tell you should be making these videos because they're going to be popular with your creator and your audience. And I'm not sure all of that is a really good thing for me, but you don't have to use it, and I don't. I think the secret to me still being here 10 years later is the enjoyment of making content, the passion for cars, the passion for the processes and the products of detailing and what you can do, and the enjoyment. Detailing should enhance how you look after your cars. You should enjoy using detailing products and trying stuff to a certain extent. But now in 2025, there's so much stuff out there, it's impossible. So I think channels like this can play a role in guiding you towards the stuff which I think is going to offer you performance and kind of value and all those things that we talk about, we look at in our testing and kind of when we provide recommendations. So I think we've done a very good job over the years of picking out lots of good detailing products for sure. And it's part of that journey's been my discovery as well, of looking at stuff and trying to build up a arsenal of chemical and mechanical tools for detailing that I get a lot of enjoyment out of using, and going forward, continuing that journey and looking for stuff that's going to be of use to me. So yeah, there's some of the challenges that my best advice for anyone starting out would be, why do you want to start? And I think the motive should be more around a passion to explore something than grow. I think will serve you good, because the moment you stop enjoying doing this, I don't think it's worth doing. I think it's good when you dig it. That's the positive thing. And my advice would be, don't look at the analytics too much. Try and explore areas that have been not explored, and look for things that are of interest to you. And then eventually when you do that, you'll discover the things that other people are interested in, that you're interested in. And then you can drill in on those things a little bit more, but continue to explore would be my top recommendation. Yeah, absolutely would. Unfortunately, because of that nature now of kind of virality around these platforms, doing a detailing channel is a lot tougher than you know, if you wanted to create a big social media platform, you are a million times better off just rehashing shorts, Instagram and TikTok on viral content, you know, reaction channels that just react and show all the hot viral videos and give another spin on it by reacting to it and adding another angle to it. You'll be much bigger doing that than you would be talking about how you clean your car. But those channels which just do only you know, reaction to other people's contents and stuff like that, which is becoming a majority now of how you do it, that isn't content creation for me. So that's one thing I wouldn't ever go down, really, is like just doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, my wish list for YouTube would be, I would love YouTube to promote more in its algorithms niche channels that are not looking to make viral content, and you know, recommend those videos more to the people that do like that than the stuff which is widely popular that they pump out to everyone. The algorithms are very complicated now, but they're heavily focused on giving you the hottest stuff that's out there, especially the short format stuff. So yeah, that would be a wish list of mine. But also, you mustn't grumble about that. It's a platform that you can go and use. If you don't like it, you can use something else at the end of the day. And it's a platform that allows you to be a full-time content creator. And I still think YouTube is a very powerful platform. You know, a very powerful platform, and it's still the #1 with long format. And long format is a lot more intimate, I feel. And you know, it's still brilliant. It's just brilliant what you can do with it. And yeah, there's lots of amazing stuff out there on these platforms. So that's 10 years, guys, 10 years. What's left for us to kind of explore? Excuse me. Well, there's a few little areas, product areas that we haven't delved into that I'm going to be delving into. So we're going to be looking at water spot removers at some point. We'll do that this year. It won't be such a big field, but we'll take at least 10 products, you know, and I'm already in the thinking process of how we go about that, with the aim of finding perhaps what I feel is the best water spot remover for removing water spots from your cars. Lots of caveats to how what you're looking for that can affect the results. So you can tell my little brain's always going. We might go in and compare clay media because we haven't done that. We may go and look at polishing systems as well, full end-to-end systems of abrasive pad and abrasion combos. That's very difficult to do, but it's something one of my patrons wanted, and it is interesting, but it's very difficult because you'd have to break it down into like finishing polishes, pad and polish combos, heavy cut options, and it's so media dependent as well. Like, so you wouldn't, comparing a wool system with a foam one would be no go. So you'd have to compare heavy cut foam. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. It's difficult, that one. And yeah, so that's how it goes. And we probably should be doing more practical detailing videos. Like 4 or 5 years ago, we had some tremendous success with like disaster detail start videos, or even probably going back 8 or 9 years when we stumbled across that. Oh, I've left my car on. You know, it became apparent many years ago that people love the transformation side of detailing. The problem is it's been kind of overcooked now, and it's just the internet's flooded with that, and I don't like just doing the same thing. I like to mix it all up. I like to enjoy it. When it becomes just about numbers and stuff, you know, there's all the interesting things I want to explore we wouldn't be doing. We would just be doing one thing, you know, and looking for that kind of viral stuff, which is not what I ever wanted to do, really. But every now and then we mix it all up, and we will do some of that. So yeah, there's some more plans for that, and yeah, project plans as well, because really important for me, because this all revolves around cars, always has done. You know, it's the car is the end thing. Without the car, the detailing products serve no purpose. So I am primarily an absolute petrol head through and through. It's all I think about. It's what I spend all my money on. It's like it consumes me, everything that goes on with the cars. And I love this car, is probably my end game car. Not because it's like the best example of a 996, but just because a 996 itself is a phenomenal car in terms of the ownership experience and the drive to improve it. The fact that they're not expensive and I don't have to be precious about it, and I can mess around with it, hack things off it, drop weight. I could buy another one tomorrow, get a rotten shell and play around with it. It's the full engagement of this car. And then when you improve these cars from the stock form, you get them where you want them. They are glorious. Yeah, so I almost feel like with cars, I've got like 2 that I just are soulmates with, my E36 and my 996. My journey has led me to that stage that I'm less interested in any new car. It doesn't matter if it's BMW, Porsche, Audi, just not interested in them. You just pay a fortune for them. You can't do anything to them. They're all too fast. They all cost a fortune, and they just don't have the character. Yeah, I love old, naturally aspirated cars that you can mess around with and really improve. And I like the styling of the cars from this era as well. Just love the styling. Even look at this. I love coming into the garage when this Porsche's in here. But we'll always churn through cars, so never say never. There's still cars that I love. I still love still part of me wants like an E46 M3, but I've already had one of those, driven loads of them. I prefer the E36, so maybe an E36 M3 at some point. Maybe another daily car, you know, whatever. So there might be more cars. There'll always be car stuff going on. But yeah, what a blast, guys. This was really to celebrate 10 years. And I haven't done the most important thing. This journey would not mean anything if it wasn't for the community that follow it. AKA you guys that are watching. And the one thing I can say about the nature of the content we make, if you go and watch stuff outside of detailing on social media, and a lot of times you dive into the comments, it's a dirty, horrible place, isn't it? With the type of people and what's going on and social media and what people say and do. To this day, 10 years of doing social media, I publish videos and I love going through the comments and the engagement because it's just really nice. It's nice people. It's intelligent people that have just wired the same and that are really nice people to talk to. So I love that side of it. So the engagement side, the excitement of publishing a video and replying to people, and that excitement after you've published and the engagement is a really cool thing. That's an addictive thing, actually. If I ever stopped doing it, I would miss that engagement and meeting people, getting to know people. You know, I feel like I know some of you, your virtual avatar names, like, oh, I know that one. He's a nice guy. And even some of the people that comment I do know, and like I've gone on to meet, and some I've made friends with. A huge thank you to all of the patrons. Patreon's still been a fantastic thing for the channel and still continues to be a fantastic thing. I was convinced Patreon would die off, but no, it seems to work well with what we do on this channel, which is great. YouTube, I think, have tried to have a membership thing which competes with it, but I think Patreon works well for me, and it's like another little private area and another sub community of people that really dig it, and it's a really powerful, useful thing for me as well, and another community that I really enjoy kind of chatting to my patrons on messages. And that's still something to this day that I spend a lot of time every day chatting to patrons. Love that. And they give me ideas as well, which is brilliant. So overall, yeah, what a great life doing social media. You've got to stay on it, and motivation comes in and goes and comes in and goes. You've got to stay on it. That's the hardest thing, but that comes from the passion. When the content starts to wane off and it becomes a burden, you're in trouble. So you've got to keep it. You've got to keep excited, and you've got to keep the drive to want to explore things and bring people in. And it sounds so silly, but I'm excited to tidy up my roof because it just needs a finishing polish. So I'm going to do a video on that next, and I'm excited to try and tackle this screen haze. This is a very old screen that we've had installed, so I'm going to try and cut that back to a nice thing. And it excites me, which is crazy, but it's how it should be. If I wasn't excited about making that video, I wouldn't bother making it. Yeah, so that's what I love about social media. It's given me a lifestyle that revolves around the things that I am most passionate in life. And I've come to realize that there's nothing more powerful than being able to live your life focused on the things that you really like. That's such a powerful thing. So I owe social media a massive debt of gratitude for giving me this lifestyle. And I love the informality of it. I love that it's based completely on me and, you know, my endeavors. I haven't got to go and report to someone, work to someone. I haven't got to be at a place at a certain time. You know, maybe if I'm filming something, I've got to be, but you know what I mean? It's not like a 9-to-5 job, and it just suits my life so good. Whenever I go out and it's like 8 o'clock and it's rush hour traffic, I'm ready to kill someone after 5 minutes. And I'm thinking, how do people do this every day now? The roads are gridlocked. It's just chaos out there. So I love the sort of like off-grid lifestyle social media gives me. Really important. Yeah, so huge thank you to all of you for your engagement. Yeah, and I haven't got anything else than that to say. That I've really enjoyed doing this, and I have no regrets after 10 years. I have no regrets. We are a channel that we speak freely, you know, about all of this stuff, because I always just consider it all relatively trivial stuff, products which makes your car, you clean your car with, and they shine your car up or protect your car. That's it. So I don't have any kind of, I just say what I'm thinking, and that seems to work. It seems to be something that's not often done. So, like, you know, whenever we do reviews and stuff, the first thing we do is we go and look at how much it costs, because that's what I want to know is how much is it, and is it sensible, is it like that? And we just do a belt and braces kind of approach of, well, the product does this. Let's have a look at how well it does it. Let's try and measure that. Let's try and compare it. Very simple things, but I can promise you, it wasn't done. It wasn't out there before we started, and that was one of the reasons I started doing it, because no one was just taking all these products and actually showing you the performance and trying to measure it and give you that information. Here it is. And this is the one that I think you should use. It wasn't done. Now there's millions of people trying to do it, which is probably a natural thing, isn't it? We got in very, very early with what we did, but we've made a good. I think we've set a pretty good example, I think, of how you should go about trying to give people good information, which is what it's all about. Look at that. It looks lovely, doesn't it? I've just been doing a video. I've been polishing that rear wing. I'm just admiring the pop on it. The rest of the car has not been done, but I'm going to be rectifying that and doing some filming a bit more content. I won't show you the bits like this. That's really bugging me now, but I'm broke. I might try and buzz that whole section back to like a matte finish where I buzz the clear coat back to matte. Sounds like great. Sounds like I know what I'm doing. And just gently sand on the paint. So if I can get this, if I can make that disappear and just have this whole matte consistent finish, then I might be able to lacquer over just that section. Sounds great, but what will actually happen is if I sand that, the edges of where the clear coat's starting to lift will still be visible. And if they're still visible, you need to flatten them out, and then you risk sanding through the paint. So it's very fiddly. So it will sound great on paper, what I'm suggesting you do. There's a reason the body shop would never try and level this out and then re-lacquer it. They would just paint it. Yeah, and it's scratched to high heaven. I probably need to get that entire wing painted, really. That'd be the easy way to do it, and rear bumper. So that's what's stopping me trying to bodge that. But look, that's terrible, isn't it? But I don't care. I don't care. I kind of like it. It's like a race rash. I've got to paint that. So I've got to get some gloss guards of red, actually. But I could get base guards red made up and just 2K lacquer it. And then do the same with that. And then, no, I don't know. Anyway, you can see how my mind works. I get easily distracted. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the positive comments over the years. And don't forget, if you're here and you've not subscribed, subscribe. And thank you for all the support. It means a lot, and I love doing it. Bye for now.